What's up, y'all? A little bit different video today for this authentic verification or for this sneaker video, and it is for Birkenstock, which I've never done on the channel. So this is the first Birkenstock that I'm doing on the channel, and I wanted to make sure I explain why the Birkenstock was showing up on a sneaker channel, because well, I've done boots before and stuff like that, but boots and sneakers kind of hand in hand nowadays because everything looks like a sneaker boot. But the reason this Birkenstock, this is the Birkenstock Arizona, and it's the soft bed, but it's in the stone coin colorway, and the style number, the art number is 1020507. And I want to jump into this pretty quickly. My daughter runs track and field. She does high jump, she does 200 meter and 100 meter hurdles. So that's a lot of events. So when she goes to practice every day and she trains, she gets into situations where she's overusing muscles. Now, the reason I bring that up and the reason it's important for me to explain why I bought this Birkenstock is Birkenstock has a cork and a soft latex footbed. Recovery is a real thing. All right, so when you get your shoes, I'm going to actually put these close up so you can see these close up as I explain the reason behind buying Birkenstocks for my daughter. They use this soft footbed. This is a soft footbed. Some of them are a little bit stiffer than this model. But the cork footbed, it molds to your foot. So when you put on a pair of Birkenstocks, what you're going to do is basically get a personalized shoe. Now, in sport, I'm a former collegiate basketball player. I played junior college. Don't think I played like D1. I played junior college, but trust me, it was hard. But as a head coach, I never really thought about recovery when it came to my players. I would run them hard in practice, we play our games, and we kind of go from there. So as a head basketball coach and then as a recruiter, I didn't think about recovery as much. As I've gotten older and my injuries have started to pile up, and I think about the people that I work with who may not work with, but the people who I know who work in warehouses or they're in jobs where they're sitting down a lot, or if I think about the fact that the last 2 years, people have become very sedentary. When you don't sit and you don't move your feet around, and I'm going to be showing my feet a little bit later because my daughter runs in a certain way. And for a very long time, I thought that the way she ran was the correct way. Now, I'm going to be putting some videos in this showing my daughter as she runs, and her form is good. She's only in the 8th grade, so her form is really good, but she tends to stay on her toes. I used to run the same way. So if I showed a video of me running, you would be like, yeah, you guys run very similar. And I always thought I ran very well, but I realize now that I lacked a lot of dorsiflexion, which is when your foot comes up, right? And I'm not talking your feet come off the ground and come up. I'm talking when you run, the idea of utilizing your forefoot, midfoot as a propulsion device. My daughter stays on her toes. When you do high jump, that's a repetitive motion and a jump. She jumps off of her left, but it was her right that got strained. So when you're rounding off in a high jump, you're putting a lot of pressure on your ankles and your feet. Birkenstocks actually mold to your foot and they cradle your foot and they help your feet to recover. So I bought these shoes, and like I said, I'm going to move this up close and show you guys the paperwork that comes with them that explains how Birkenstocks work. But it's very important for me to get into this discussion and talk to you guys about Birkenstock in regard to how people run sprint. I'm not talking jogging, but it's also good for jogging. So we have my daughter. My daughter runs on her toes, and typically you would say that's a good thing, but it's not. You run on the balls of your feet. That's very important. Because she tends to stay on her toes, she loses a lot of explosion when she runs. So when you watch her in the video, you'll notice that she runs very well. She has great form, but she's not as fast as she could be because she's not utilizing the foot in the right way. And when you don't utilize your foot in the correct way, you get arch support problems, ankle problems, calf problems, tendon problems, knee problems. It just radiates from the foot all the way up. Because during the year of COVID, we didn't wear shoes a lot, there's a lot of issues with feet right now. So what you have a lot of people that are hurting their feet, and you need to wear a shoe that's supportive. I could have went and got a Nike slide, I could have went and got a lot of different products, but for recovery, the Birkenstock footbed is possibly the best thing that you can use. And that's for men who stay on your feet all day. If you guys are at home and you're walking around barefoot, it's good to walk around barefoot. It's good because it allows your feet to do what? Your toes to splay. And when your toes splay, you have healthy feet. And you're improving the stability of your feet. But when you stay barefoot for too long, now you're playing around with flatness. And we already have flat feet. So it's important for my daughter to wear a recovery shoe, and I chose the Arizona as her recovery shoe. Let me move this, and I'm going to show you the shape of the shoe and why this kind of asymmetrical or wider foot and the cradle is really important. So I want to get to a close-up, and then I'm going to continue to talk about why my daughter needed to get these shoes and why that's important. But I know you want to see them, so let me get to the close-up because I've been talking a long time. I apologize for that. But this is an important video. I'm also going to show you something about sprinting in this video. So when we get to the close-up, we'll do several different things a lot differently than we used to. Let's get to the close-up. All right, now, when you get your Birkenstocks, that's a receipt. I know you I don't want to see the receipt there. What's inside of this envelope? Well, let me show you guys so you can see it. It gives you basically a discussion on your shoes. Flex the footbed a few times. This will initiate the break-in period. And it goes through these different steps to get your shoes ready to mold to your feet. Why is this important? The contoured arch support of our legendary footbed basically cradles and molds to your feet and gives you a personalized and comfortable fit. Now, a lot of the shoes that we wear, and it just says, welcome to the Birkenstock family. A lot of the shoes that we wear on a daily basis, and I'm opening this up so you guys can see information or see the box and the paper. But I'm taking out both of these shoes so we can see them up close. And right now, I know it doesn't look like a whole lot because you have your buckle and everything's laying flat. All right, so we got a nice look at the footbed. And what I want you guys to notice is the shape of this. And you have to ask yourself, why did Birkenstock create a shoe that's shaped in this manner when most of the shoes that we wear are shaped to a point? Well, the natural shape of your foot is this way. And this footbed allows your feet to cradle into position, and then you have basically an anatomically supportive footbed that lifts the foot and puts the foot in the correct position. Now, like I said, it's not a lot to look at, but this is why it's important. For my daughter who runs on her tiptoes and she walks on her tiptoes, that is not correct foot placement when you run. It may look good, but it's not the correct foot placement. I want you to see the outsole here. Birk, all the way around the bottom, and that cork footbed. So people would call these shoes Jesus sandals or what have you, all of these different things that people kind of gave the shoes this nickname. It's important to realize that they are legitimately Jesus sandals. They're miracle shoes. And I don't mean that as an advertisement or anything else. This is not an advertisement, man. This is real deal problem solving. My daughter currently has a strained arch. So she had to take a week off from practice. She's currently holding the record for the middle school high jump. She wants to maintain that record, but if she continues to run the way she runs, she's going to hurt herself. Around the house, she doesn't wear shoes. So I bought these so she could wear them around the house to give her foot a better recovery path, right? A path to recovery. So let me show you a couple of things here about the way she runs, the way I run, or the way I used to run. I don't run as fast anymore, and I don't do explosive running. But I want to show you a couple of things that may give you a pointer or two and help you out, and the same way I have to help her out. So let me show you this. Hold on 1 second. All right. So my daughter walks like this on her toes. And in a lot of instances, we've always thought that this was really good for basketball players, for track athletes, that they walk on their toes. But the problem is, if you notice, you don't have a lot of balance here on your toes. So the idea that you can run faster on your toes is false. And a lot of the times you train people to run on their toes. But remember, a sprint is a different movement. And it requires your leg or your foot to be what's called dorsiflexed. All right? This is a plantar flex. This is a dorsiflex. So it's better for an athlete to be here. That doesn't mean that you're landing on your heel, which you get a lot of with older runners who are jogging. They go heel, toe. My daughter runs here. But if you notice, I'm moving forward a little bit. I have to stabilize myself when I run here. If I'm running here, I'm doing a better job of running and using the correct running form because my foot is hitting all the way through the balls of my foot. And I'm able to explode better. It's a lot better running form, and it creates a lot less stress on your foot. So when you begin running, this is better for you than this. Because you'll notice my legs are coming up too high. I'd rather stay here. All right? So my daughter has to work on a better footfall. The reason the Birkenstocks are important for my daughter is because it will give her foot time to rest in a natural footbed formation. And that will allow her to recover. She needs that because she runs incorrectly. And she could be a lot faster and stronger than she is. But because she's not using the correct landing footfall, it's creating strain in her foot. So my job and our coach's job at the track and field is to make sure she's running correctly, to watch her posture, make sure she's straight, and to make sure that she's landing in the correct way. That's critical for her evolution as a track and field athlete. I'm glad that I picked these up because it's super important for you to realize the shape of these shoes. One of the few companies that actually makes shoes in this shape, Birkenstock actually makes sandals, and they make a casual shoe as well. They don't make running shoes yet, and I don't think they should get in that business, but if they did, it could be an incredible move for the brand because these things work. And if you stand on your feet all day, super important for you to make a decision to have a healthier foot. Can't do anything but improve your way of life. And that's just facts. But I know that's a long video. My goodness. But I hope you understood why you get a different video today than you typically get with the different Jordan shoes and the running shoes and stuff that are on this channel. I wanted to explain why this Birkenstock is going to help improve my daughter's athletic career. And I wanted to show you videos of her and why what looks good is not and can be improved. That's it. I'll see you guys on the next one. I hope everybody's doing great. I wish I had a code or something to give you for Birkenstock. I'll leave the website address in the description. That's about the best that I can do. But hope you appreciated this video, and I hope it was clear. I hope that made sense. Those of you who are trainers and runners, let me know if I was wrong. I'm cool with that. I don't have a problem with that. I was a coach for 5 years, a head coach and a recruiter for 5 for college. And I don't know everything. We're always learning. So I'm open to any discussion that you may have. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.